Morning, so it's coming up to 8 o'clock in the morning, so we're here in the middle of Dorset. There's Andy.
Good morning.
So just come over, so you can see everybody starting to gather now in the fields. There's the Portaloos down there, and the weather so far seems as though it's going to be pretty good for this run because it's cool. It's maximum it's going to get is 21 or 22 today. There's going to be a bit of drizzle. There might be the odd storm, so we'll see how that goes. But you can see the nature of the country around here. There'll be climbs. So initially we go up this way. We've got about a half a mile walk to the start here, and then we go up through the hill and then down through there. So anyway, thought I'd show you the start of the place. Everybody getting ready for the marathon. And we're going to have a staggered start, so we're just going to gradually get called to the start. We'll keep our distance, we'll wear masks when we get close. That's it. So talk to you in a little while. So that's group 2. The group 1 just went, so they're the sub 4 hours. These are the sub, I think it's 5 hour anticipated people. Number 2 all going down there, so we're just waiting our turn. So we can go and plod and take it easy at the back.
Back of the pack?
Back of the pack.
Back of the pack, have fun.
So that's us, last group, and to the start, all masked up, just while we're gathered together. And we'll obviously take those off when we're running, or hopefully we will. That's it. So, and then we've got a little bit of a walk up the hill, as I mentioned earlier. Still people arriving, but the half marathon's going off in about an hour's time. So there's some people coming for that as well. Here we are, just coming up to the start here. Wandered up the hill, down there. And then we'll just go off, staggered start.
Ready? Pretty much, yeah.
Alright, here we are at the start. Are we all going together, aren't we? Yeah, alright, so we're going to go in a minute. So this is the first downhill. We're just a kilometre in now. So just taking it easy, kind of half walking the uphills, keeping it going on the downhills. Alright, yeah. Now there's another uphill bit. So we'll just take it easy, particularly at the start of the race here. Hey, thanks Marshall. Here we go, under the A31. So we're just 2 kilometres in. And this runner here, he normally runs barefoot. He didn't used to run trails, and he discovered these running sandals so that he can run virtually barefoot on the trails. So there's a little bit of tarmac here, just coming onto the road, but we'll be back on the trail very shortly. So I think this is the 3rd climb already. I think it's probably only the 2nd proper climb. About 3.5 kilometres in. So you can see people are well stretched out up ahead as we started in those 3-minute intervals. Yeah, so far so good. A little bit warm and humid, but weather's good, and I think it's going to rain every so often, so we're going to get cooled down by that. Oh, I think that's the 3rd climb, although we're only a little way in, so it might just be the 2nd. A bit of a climb up to there, mini climb, so not a major one. A few cowpats in here, just trying to find as level of ground as I can. So it's been pretty varied already. We had gravel and sand to start with, then more kind of larger gravel, almost flint type. Now we're pretty much on grass and mud for the last kilometre. So just over 4 kilometres in. First aid station should be at 7, and then the next one at 16. So I'll probably refuel at 16. I should be all right for the one at 7. So that's it. So yeah, all going well. Here we are, wandering up to the start, up the hill to the barn.
First of many hills.
Yeah, first of many. So we've got 11 main climbs, I think I counted, on the route. So we're going to be doing about 1,000 metres of ascent during this one. So we're just over 6k in. Coming down to the first aid station, should be buried down there somewhere, I think.
It is down there.
So this is the one at 7k. I'm not going to stop. I don't know about you, Andy.
No, I don't need
I'm fine. but I definitely would want to stop at the 16k, because then we've got an 11k stretch to the next one.
Yeah.
So it'll be refueling time for me. Oh, yeah, sorry, no takers today. No, I'm fine, thanks. Yeah, thanks again. Cheers. So there's the first aid station. Usually coming up to almost the 9k mark. So there's Andy just up ahead. This narrow section, what they've asked us to do is on the narrow sections not to do any overtaking, only once you're in the bigger open areas, which are pretty frequent when you can maintain 2 meters. So that's all cool. Got somebody coming up on me now. Here we come through a cornfield. So as we were just discussing there, it's like a Stephen King film, running through this corn. Wait for something nasty to appear around the next corner. There you go. And you see the hills now. So just over 12k in. So coming up on the second aid station in about 3k. So I'll definitely refuel there. See quite a varied landscape now. We're coming into the very wooded area in the middle of the race. Yeah, we're almost a third in now. The rain's been falling pretty steadily for the past 20 minutes or so. So I think this might have been forecast originally as a bit of a thunderstorm passing through. Nice and cooling, although a little bit soggy. Normally you dry out when it's spitting, you dry out as quickly as you get wet, but it's soggy. And he's just up here. It's alright, so I'm on track. And yeah, in the open stretches you can see people front and back, so we know we're still in it. First 10k did in an hour and 15, so that's pretty good. That's pretty much on pace for 5.5 to 6 hours, the whole thing. So I'll let you know how I'm doing at the next aid station. Right, thanks again. Cheers. Thanks, marshals. Brilliant. Okay, so that's the second aid station. That's just coming up to 16 kilometres. So the next one's in 26, 27 kilometre mark. So it's about 11 k's away. So I've just fueled up for that one. Used up my first bottle. Got my second one primed with my tailwind in it. So there's Andy just ahead while I do my bit of filming. So I'll catch up later on. So here we are at the about 18 k's. So just coming through these avenues of ferns and bracken. Heading down a bit of an open stretch here near the top of the hill. Then we'll head back into the woodlands again down by the Puddle River, I think, in a little while. And yeah, so far so good. The rain's died off, it's still spitting, so starting to dry out a little bit gradually, a little bit at a time. Not my feet, because they're going through grass at the moment, so they're getting nice and wet. So that's the half marathon, just over 21k, so solidly in woodlands now, right in the middle of the race. Not seen anybody for a while now, so I think we're all well spread out. Just at the start there was a couple of people who went past us and we went past a couple of people, but I think we were all spread out more or less, so that's worked out well in terms of social distancing. Yeah, all going well. Don't feel too bad. Feel a bit achy, but you do after half marathon on trails. So another 21k. It's just short of 3 hours, so 2 hours 55 minutes, 56 minutes just gone. It's all well marked as well. That's the other thing I like. So even when you've been on a longish stretch without any definite corners, you get a nice confirmation arrow to tell you you're in the right direction. So far so good. Next fueling station is at 27, so that's another 6 kilometres to go. So we'll see how we're doing at that point. So that's the take my mask off now. That's the third of 4 aid stations. So that's at 27k. So I've got another 8k to go to the next aid station, and then next 7k or so beyond that. So well on our way now. So I'm just gonna sort myself out, get myself some drink, and prepare for the next section of 8 to 9k to the next aid station.